Hey guys, Eric Collier, publisher of Great Lakes Scuttlebutt magazine, and I'm excited to be down at the Metro Beach in-water boat show right here in Harrison Township, Michigan, and I love this show. It kicks off the whole fall season for us. So while I'm here, I'm kind of wandering around. I'm looking for some fun and exciting new products to report to you guys on, and if I found something that is really cool, I'm here with my man. Joe, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you, Eric?
I'm good. Tell me a little bit about Kilowatt Power Systems, because everybody normally thinks, okay, solar, it's not quite there yet, but I think it is. Tell us about what you do.
Yeah, so we install solar systems on boats, RVs, so that you can spend times autonomously on the hook. You don't have to be plugged into the dock.
Right.
That's part of our system, is to be power free, and we make sure that we design the system to meet your needs. Whatever it is your consumption is, whatever your power needs are, we make sure that it accommodates that.
So sailboats is the first thing that comes to mind when you think about solar power, because they spend a lot of time out on the water and they take forever to get to where they're going.
Yes.
That helps generate more power for the systems that they need. So do you do power boats as well, or is it just
absolutely.
sails? Okay. So tell us a little bit about some of the types of boats that you've done so far.
Okay, so we've done sailboats up to 50 feet.
Okay.
We've done power boats up to 37 feet at this point. But we've certainly done off-grid cabins and such like that also.
Sure.
But so when we look into what the system is and what the available space is.
Right.
Now, like you mentioned, sailboats. So a lot of times sailboats, they're looking to sail around the world.
Yeah.
And they know that they're going to be a month without being able to plug in.
Right.
They can certainly run the generator, but that consumes their precious fuel.
Yeah.
And there's just no fuel stops out in the middle of the Pacific until you get to Hawaii, right?
Right.
So
it's the only one.
now what we have to do is that we have to put in some solar panels,
Right.
or wind generators. So we're going to collect as much renewable energy as we can, and we're going to use a controller so that we can regulate all of that voltage into the batteries correctly.
Smart.
So we don't undercharge, overcharge. We keep the same good profile. We like to use MPPT controllers. So we'll keep as much power going into the batteries as possible. Now, how many batteries do you need? Again, that's going to depend on you and what your consumption is.
Right.
You know, a lot of boats, you mentioned sailboats, one of the most famous sailboats in the world, Delos.
Yeah.
Right, it's been sailing around the world for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you notice on there they have like 12 panels.
Right.
And they're pulling in a lot. But they can run indefinitely on their solar.
Nice.
They can run their, certainly they run all their gauges and they run refrigeration. You're used to that.
Right.
But they also run their washing machine, and they run their water maker, and they run the ice maker. And they've put in induction stove and an induction cooktop, and they run that also.
And all of that's done on solar power. So
all of it.
It's not just being able to run your GPS chart plotter. I mean, it's like taking care of all the systems on the boat. You can actually build a solar system bank, I guess you would call it, or battery bank, powered by the solar system to be able to power anything on your boat.
Absolutely.
That is pretty cool, my man. So it has come a long way. Are we talking about lithium-ion batteries, different types of batteries? What's the ideal type of battery bank for a solar generator?
Yeah, so it depends on really where you're going to be.
Okay.
And if you're going to be with your batteries all the time.
Okay.
Certainly lithium is giving us a lot of power density, and it's a very good option for many people. But it's not the only option. And there's not one battery that fits just everybody.
Right.
Depends on your situation again also. How often you use your boat, right? If you're storing it, like we're in Michigan.
Yeah.
Right, and let's face it, 6 months of the year our boat is in storage.
5.
Okay, 5. Okay, so 5-6 months of the year, whatever. 5 months of the year, some people 3 months. Okay.
Right, yeah.
But so while it's even in dry dock, we can still use the solar panel to maintain the batteries.
So it really sounds like, Joe, what you guys do over at Kilowatt Power Systems, you actually analyze the needs of the boater to find out what they're consuming, what they're doing, and then match them up with the right solar system for their boat in order to have them be off the grid, as it were.
Absolutely.
I love it. So if I can't make it down to the Metro Beach Boat Show, and I want to talk to you guys about all the different things that you have, I want you to take a look at my boat, tell me what I need. Where am I going to go online to find out more information about you guys and to connect with you?
Okay, yeah, so we have a website, kilowattpowersystems.com. Right, you can certainly call us, 248-409-8878, and then we can set up a consultation. We have a process that we run through, our custom process that tells you details and steps, how we're going to go about this, so that we can make sure We get the right system for you.
Yeah.
We get it installed, whether you want to do it yourself, whether you want to do it yourself with some help,
Right.
or you just like us to install it.
Yeah.
And at the end, we're going to do checks along the way. We're going to introduce you to the system. We're going to make sure you have proper documentation. You know what switches do what, how it all works, if there's ever a problem, what you would have to do. Because let's face it, if you're out in the middle of the ocean, you have a problem, you're probably not calling anyone. You're going to have to work it out yourself.
Even if you're on speed dial. So I just learned the difference between a hammer and a screwdriver. So I'd probably want you to walk me through the whole thing.
Absolutely, we do that
yourself, and then make sure that I'm fully aware, like in class type situation, aware of what it is that's going on with my boat, because it's so critical. We want to do some extended cruising. We're going to have need for these kinds of systems, so I would need to understand it, and the education part you guys take care of.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go to kilowattpowersystems.com.
Yes.
That's the place.
That's the place.
Joe, thank you so much, my man.
Thank you, Eric.
I appreciate it. Are you just day sailing, or are you going to go for a serious cruise? Are you just going over to the islands, or are you going to go up to the North Channel? Kilowatt Power Systems, guys. Check them out. You're going to love it. Thanks so much for your time today. We'll see you out on the water.